Hi there! So I recently made a video on the newly launched Amazfit Bepu Pro. If you have not seen that video, I highly recommend you do. You can click the card up here. I'll also leave the link for that video in the description. So I got asked a lot, should we buy the Bepu or should we buy the Amazfit Bepu Pro? Hence I thought, let's do a comparison. But the comparison is not going to make sense because they're very similar. So I've just tried to tell you the differences and similarities so that you can decide which one is a more worthy buy for you. I'll try to make it as simple and quick as possible. So let's begin. So I'll start with the similarities. So firstly, here are both the watches and they're exactly like clones. They're just clones of each other. Literally, they're so identical. The only visible difference between the two is that the Bepu Pro comes with a mic in the back. That's the only difference. And the mic is because it has Alexa in it. We'll come to that in just a moment. So similarity wise, let's see what else it's got. Then both have 1.43-inch IPS LCD display, the same design, both have the exact same straps, the exact same battery, the exact same battery life, 5 ATM water resistancy, the same user experience, the same interface, exact same 60 fitness modes, heart rate sensor, SpO2 sensor, stress sensor, everything is identical. If you give these to anyone in their hand, they probably won't be able to tell the difference. But that's what I can tell you for most Pro variants of all the watches. They look absolutely identical. Most of the changes are internal, and it's the same with the Bepu Pro. So the first biggest difference is that the Bepu Pro comes with built-in GPS and GLONASS. It's basically going to map your workouts more accurately. You go to the app and it will map your workout, your distance you have walked, ran, or even if you're done for cycling. But let me tell you that this GPS is going to help you only for these couple of workouts and outdoor workouts like running, walking or cycling. If you're going to play tennis outdoors, the GPS is not going to be helpful. But having GPS on board for these outdoor workouts is absolutely amazing. It's really a feature you should look forward to. Then second, and one of the biggest features is built-in Alexa on the Bepu Pro. Now this has a two-side thing. Now when we listen to the word Alexa, the first thing that comes to our mind is music. But that is what you can't do from this watch. Yeah, the watch doesn't have a speaker. So if you say, Alexa, play a song, it won't say because it's not compatible. But it does a lot more than that. Like for example, you can ask it for general trivia questions, the height of the Eiffel Tower. You can ask it for conversions, convert dollars, to centimeters, inches, feet. You can ask it for the weather. You can ask it to start a timer. All those things just from your wrist. But the best part of Alexa on the watch is controlling your smart home devices. It's amazing. Check this out. I've actually even shown this in my full review, but still it's worth showing it to you right here. Turn off the light. Turn on the light. There you go. So the fun part is controlling your smart home devices. Now I know many maybe not be having many smart home devices, but imagine this, having that and later getting onto the ecosystem will still also be helpful. So it's great. Of course, you can't play music and all, which is still okay, but what is exciting is that Alexa on board can get you so many things. You can ask it general trivia, weather, all that from your wrist. You can control your smart home devices from anywhere. So suppose I'm coming home from outside or to my workplace, I can tell it to start the air conditioner, turn on the lights or whatever is necessary. So that's great. You have control for smart devices on your wrist. It's amazing. Then the third small change is that the Bepu Pro comes with built-in compass. Now that isn't there on the Bepu. I don't know how helpful that's going to be. It's going to tell you north, south, east, west. It's a feature that you have. I don't know how helpful it's going to be, but yes, you get compass on both. Now, if I had to decide between the two, I would say close your eyes and go in for the Bepu Pro. For 4,999, the Bepu Pro is definitely a worthy contender, especially for that Alexa on board. Just for those questions, general trivia, those weather, all those things. It's like having an assistant on your watch. It's amazing. So just for that, and of course, then you get GPS also. It is definitely a better option to get the Bepu Pro compared to the Bepu. But that doesn't mean that the Bepu is not a good contender. It has an SpO2 sensor, it has heart rate, it has a good display, it's light, it's comfortable, and it's cheaper. You can get this for 3,999. You only lose out on Alexa and GPS. So if you really don't need those features, this is also a watch you can consider. So simply putting it, If your budget is 4,000, go in for the Bepu. If you can extend your budget to 5,000, go in for the Bepu Pro. I'll leave the links for both these watches in the description. Whichever you like to buy, definitely check it out. So I hope this video was helpful. If there are any questions, feedback or complaints, mention it down in the comments. All are welcome. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Don't forget to stay safe as well. Wear a mask, keep your hands clean, very important. Until next time, cheers.